this arrogance that, oh, we're going to sanction Venezuela, we're going to sanction Syria, we're going to sanction Iran. You know, when you have a bully that just goes around punching people all the time, there's going to come a moment where he's going to run into someone twice his size who's going to knock him the fuck out. And I'm not saying that, you know, there's like Russia should be vengeful or like shut off the gas. And although, again, that Nord Stream 1 repair is not a repair. But besides the point, Russia is really, you know, it was the bridge too far because they messed with the wrong one. They thought this is going to be a walk in the park. Like, oh, we're just going to slap them with sanctions and we're going to make them suffer and they're going to shut up and nothing's going to happen. No, meaning, you know, the Western countries, specifically in Europe, need gas from Russia. You have nothing without this gas. You have no electricity, no heat, nothing. The steel plants, the mill, nothing works without it. You know, I'm speaking, of course, with a little hint, right? A little dash of hyperbole. 40% is nothing to scoff at. You know, when 40 with a zero, that you really depend on Russian gas, and the Russians are basically like they swallowed the fact that we took $300 billion, and not just from, you know, some like the Russian oligarchs, which they seem to care about all of a sudden, but from the central bank, that's a sovereign country having its assets stolen, right? So that's a huge crime in and of itself. But the Russians did not shut off the gas, they did not raise the prices, and you know, these politicians, man, the worst part is that they're not going to learn their lesson because they don't feel the effects of their shitty decisions, right? It's like, you know, when you start a war and your sons don't have to go fight in that war, you're going to be more trigger happy. You're going to, you know, you're going to be much more likely to make poor decisions. And so Ursula von der Leyen, I guess lying motherfucker is a better surname for her, does not feel, you know, does not feel it in her purse when the gas bill goes up. She's going to have heating and electricity at her nice little, you know, mansion and her office and all this stuff. So I don't even know what to say, but in the long term, you know, they got so arrogant. They thought, okay, Russia's just going to shut up like everyone else. You know, we can squash everyone. We can manipulate everyone. Dude, remember the petrodollar, the only reason that people use the dollar as a reserve currency is because it's backed by something, right? It's under the premise that the majority of oil sales are denominated in US dollars, which they still are. It's getting less and less, though, in case you haven't been following the channel. And the countless videos that I've already done, because so many payments are now being done in rupees, rubles, renminbi. I've lost count. So, you know, there comes a tipping point where it starts backfiring, and I think this is one of those. I don't know how the euro and the pound. I mean, I don't know how all these governments are going to explain that away in the coming months. I think a lot of them are not going to be here next year. You know, like this time next year. And I'm not like mocking anyone or something. I'm just saying that they really screwed up, and like I think people in the West don't even understand what is happening. They're so conditioned with this like 10 minutes of hate, you know, like, oh, fuck Putin, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, whatever. Who gives a fuck, man? Yeah. Do you understand what that means? You look at your energy bill. Did you look at the prices in the grocery store? Are you stupid? Like, did you not, you know, put 2 and 2 together? Oh shit! Right after we sanctioned Russia, my bills started going up. And by the way, to be fair, they were going up before. Remember that. Back in November, October, there was already, you know, in the US and in Europe, prices were going up. So it's not just about this war, but you know, you've got a fire. You don't go and throw gasoline on it. That's what pisses me off. Is these politicians, they don't even learn or experience. And I'm not saying I want them to like suffer or have not be able to pay their bills. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is that they don't even grasp what their decisions are doing to the average Joe. That's what's really, disgusting.